Podcast, episode 110. I have for the second time back in the building, Ashley Ladd.
Hey, y'all.
We are still in San Antonio. This is the second episode we recorded. As you guys may remember, we recorded in La Quinta last time. This time's a little different. And with that being said, what's changed with you in the last 2 years?
Well, just like y'all's renting situations, it has upgraded to bougie. So we bougie now. So in the last year and a half, not 2 years. He keeps saying 2 years, and it's not 2 years.
It's been 2 years.
A year and a half. So I've changed careers. The first, when I was on the show, I was a property manager and I hated my job. And so now I work for the VA. I'm like the second to last step before the veterans get approval for their benefits. I double check exams, schedule diagnostics, all that good stuff. And I actually love my job. I work from home. And they pay very well. And I am single, in case anybody is looking, male or female. Because I know the last one, I was like, my man, that dude was terrible. He was so terrible, y'all. Like, it ended bad. I had to call my mom.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, when it's time to call mom, you know, it ain't no turning back.
Facts.
There's no going back. You know, things did kind of get a little violent.
Goddamn.
Just for a little bit. Like, I was just trying to get him out. And,
y'all live together?
Huh?
Y'all live together?
Yeah, he stayed with me. It was bad, y'all. I'm so embarrassed. But, you know, I've learned from my mistakes. That was probably the sixth time, but I ain't gonna learn it no more because that's it. But yeah, just right now, not really talking to anybody. You know, I'm on my thug thistle. And I also just have a lifestyle change. I think the biggest I had got, I was almost like nearly 300 pounds. And I was like, this cannot happen. That happened after my man. He never wanted to go anywhere, and we just ate, and I gained a lot of weight. And I've lost about 70 pounds now.
Turn up.
And so it's definitely a lifestyle change. There's not really a particular goal that I'm going for. My grandma is my inspiration. She's 80. She can touch her toes. She garden. She can outrun me. And so that's really my goal. I just want to be able to be 80 and still be mobile and independent if I need to be. If I don't get married, because ain't nobody getting married nowadays. You getting married? You think you're going to get married?
I think I would do the ceremony, maybe not the paperwork.
Then you're not married.
What is married? Paperwork?
Yeah, that's what basically marriage is.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it just depends on how you look at it. So you don't want the legal and the state and everything in your business. You just want, you know, here's the ring.
We can have paperwork. We just won't be a marriage certificate.
You gonna jump the broom?
What?
You're gonna put African traditions in your wedding?
I would do the ceremony for sure. I don't know about the paperwork though. You have to convince me about the paperwork.
Okay. That works because everything is new nowadays. Like we were talking about earlier, just how things have changed within the last, how long I've been out of school? 14 years?
We old as shit.
14 years. Like things have done a complete 180. Like it's...
Yeah.
And so just the different classes and things that schools are now offering, and I kind of want to go back just because I feel like I'm out of whack. I just be in my little cocoon. I just go work out. I may go, you know, shake some ass a little bit.
I just feel like
here and there, but
I feel like school didn't prepare us to be adults. Like it prepared us to just work. Like just to go into the workforce.
That is true, but did we? I think we did learn a little bit of something.
I haven't used none of that shit they taught me. I don't care about Christopher Columbus. I don't need to know that.
Well, we didn't know the whole story. They just gave us what they wanted us to know.
I don't need to know any of it in my daily life. I didn't need to know times tables. Got a calculator.
I feel like we need to learn times tables.
We got calculators. Kids don't even learn how to do cursive anymore. Because what's the point?
I can do math in my head, basic math.
I can basically open the app on my phone. Type
By
in
the
some
time
number.
you do that, I would have had the answer already.
It's not a race. It's not a race.
It's not a race, but time is now, time is money. So the time that you spending up opening the app, putting it in, and then what if you mispress the number and you got to delete it? I done already kept walking.
I can walk and calculate. It's the truth.
Learn how to do math in your head, kids. One day, all this electronics, all this stuff is going to shut down. Yes, I believe that.
I do too.
Eventually. And I feel like we all need to have some sort of, if technology wasn't here, skills.
They don't.
Yes, we do. We all need to learn how to make a fire.
I'm saying they don't.
Why not?
Kids are not learning those elements.
I know. That's why I said we had those type of classes in school. We had automotive. We had wood workshops to learn how to build stuff. My high school, shout out to Del Valley, has a whole fake hospital wing for people who want to go into the medical field.
It's because y'all got money.
And so, yeah, all the time that we paid to get our phones back when it was getting confiscated, we paid for that. We sure did. We paid for that. When boys didn't want to go to school, didn't have a belt on. Boys, speaking of dress code, yo, these kids be wearing tube tops. On the first day of school, I was riding to work, and this girl had on fishnets.
You literally said this story on the last episode.
Did I?
You literally, word for word.
Ain't nobody gonna know. We were just talking about school and how the difference is.
You literally
from
gave
when
this
we went.
same story word for word. Like, I knew you were going to say fishnets.
Did I? Because I will never get that out of my head. As long as I am still breathing, I will never forget that, because that was just my awakening of, wow, it's different.
Times are different.
That was my moment. And if I come on again, I may bring it up one more time.
That's funny. I don't think that's ever happened before on the pod. Like, someone say exactly what they said word for word.
Because that was just a moment in my life of when I was just like, wow, that's what they do now.
No, life is different. That like.
And I can't get over it. I still play the same 18 songs from the 90s to about early 2000s.
It was good times. I wish I was an adult in the 90s. Like, I wish I was this age in the 90s. I'd probably be a millionaire by now.
You think so?
For sure.
What would you have got into?
I would have invented bottled water or some shit.
You would have invented what?
Bottled water.
There wasn't bottled water in the 90s?
I'm saying before that. Like, I would have been 30 in the 90s. So, like, in the 80s, I would have been born in, like, the 80s.
Yeah.
I would have started some company that's $1 billion now.
That's $1 billion.
Yeah. Now it's too much access these days. Like, because you see what everyone's doing all the time. So there's not, like, very many original thoughts.
You know, I usually have those thoughts where I'm like, dang, if I was like, grew up back in the maybe 40s, 50s.
Oh, no.
I'm thinking about generations for my family of wealth, okay? Of wealth and riches. But with the knowledge that I have now, and know that everything that we have now and things that make us tick and more efficient and
so you want to time travel. So you want to go to the future and then go back to the 40s. Or you just want to know what you know now back then.
And then go back, but then make it my stuff. You know, like, I'm gonna have ring lights for when they want to take paintings and stuff. You know how they was painting for pictures for selfies? I'm gonna have the ring light for them. They ain't gonna have to have the candle. You know, efficient vehicles. Do you know how many first I would have? I would have so many first.
Yeah, I mean,
then fast forward and see how it is, and my family hadn't had to work for the last 9 generations.
Because you went back in time and you had all the technology in mind.
Mm-hmm. And I hired other people that had the skills to, you know, all the other stuff that goes into, because you can always throw ideas, but there's always little bitty steps and things in the back end and science that has to go into things that we use now and today. Somebody thought about that.
Do you think there's aliens?
I do.
Do you think we're not the only, like, I don't want to use the word coherent, but like the only species out there that has like infrastructure, like in the universe?
I don't think so, because that would be boring. But no, seriously, I really do. I mean, we would be foolish to think that we are the only intelligent species that are out here in the entire universe. Even the government knows it. They done told us, but we don't care because we knew already. And plus a bunch of other things were going on. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. I would like to go see it. I believe in reincarnation. And I feel like, you know, when it is that time, I want to go see what's up in Uranus. Like, we done had Earth. Like, let's go live life over here. Like, and so I do think there are other creatures.
There has to be. Like, this can't. If there's, how many planets are there? 8, 9,
9, I think.
10.
Oh Lord.
Is it 10? 8? Pluto's not a planet anymore. You know how stupid that is? Like, we decided it's not a planet no more. Like, hey, Pluto's not a planet.
Right.
Because who said? We did. All right, bet. Cool.
Because of one species.
We didn't collaborate with nobody in the universe.
Like, what did the aliens think about? What did the people who live on Pluto think about that?
Think we ain't shit.
It's gentrification. I'm telling you, in space.
Gentrification in space is nuts.
I don't know, but yeah.
That's what's happening in this area right now.
And I feel like there's stuff in the ocean. Oh
yeah. I don't want to go deep down there, because there's like what they say, like 75% of the oceans and waters they haven't even like seen or touched.
About that, more than that, yeah. There's more than that. I feel like it's probably a whole nother planet
under there.
A planet within a planet. Why not? I feel like the stuff that is out there that we don't see or know or have even researched, like beyond our imagination, is out there. So I just be thinking about the craziest stuff, because it's going to be like somebody is not going to think about that every day. And that's what it's going to be.
I hate water. Have you done a cruise?
I have. I've done 3.
I would never do a cruise. I've seen the movie Poseidon like 5 times. And that's basically it's a horror movie that just the cruise gets fucked up. Big ass wave.
Very rarely, if ever, has a cruise
been fucked up.
Been like the Titanic.
I just feel like with my luck, I'm gonna
You'll be in a plane crash.
One.
You have a more risk of being in a plane crash than being sunk, on a cruise ship.
I don't believe that. I think that's the car and motorcycle kind of like percentage thing. Because more people have cars than motorcycles, so like the crashing deaths of motorcycles are way more.
That is true, but cruise ships are international. Almost every huge country has their own cruise ship companies. There's a whole lot more than Royal, Alaska, Carnival.
I feel like there's more planes than boats. Is that true? You think there's more planes than boats? You don't think there's more planes than boats?
I feel like it'd be even. I never thought about that.
For every plane, there's a boat.
I feel like it'd be even. Yeah, as far as boats, I mean, because there's all types of different planes. Like, people have their own personal, plane, and then there's different boats. People have their sailboats, they got their steamboats, and there's ferries. And I feel like there's all types of different aircraft too. That's what I feel like it's the same.
Yeah.
In the water, we haven't experienced, haven't explored 80%. Who's to know how really big it is and how many boats are really out there.
So if you got the opportunity, would you do the boat thing, the little submarine thing that they did when they like sent them down to see the Titanic?
Oh, no.
Or would you go to space?
Neither.
You got to pick one.
If I had to pick, it would be probably space.
I said that too. I say space.
It would be space.
I can't do the water like that.
Only because I feel like space has one percentage of pressure once you get in there, and it just stays that way. And as you're just traveling down into the ocean, it just changes the deeper that you go. And then at least in space, like, you can just have one piece of equipment and it'll take, you'll be good from the time you leave Earth's atmosphere and coming back.
Allegedly.
You said allegedly. He's right. Like, right. He's right. Then they say it was something that came out that the government came and said that they never really
I don't believe we actually went to the moon. I actually don't believe we did.
I think we did eventually. I don't feel like we went the first time that they said.
When they said we did, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we actually did it.
No, there's too many incidents and coincidences that's just like, no, y'all did not go to the moon. Yeah. Why are y'all capping?
Yeah.
They tried to gaslight us. They've been gaslighting us forever.
That's exactly what the government does. That's their government's job, is to gaslight us.
It's just like, why?
Do all the dirty stuff behind our backs and then make us feel like it's our fault.
What would be the top 5 laws in your country if you had your own country and your own land?
No murder. I don't know.
Just don't kill nobody.
Don't kill nobody. Be like the UK, right? Like England, their police officers don't even carry guns. It's almost impossible for you as a regular citizen to get a gun in England. So, yeah, no murders, yo. Hug it out.
That's it. But I'm going to rob you. I'm scamming.
Yeah, scamming's cool. I mean, it's not cool for the person getting scammed, but like the bank's going to pay you back the money anyways.
But it's your country. You ain't put that law in.
I don't know what laws I'd put in place. It would depend on who is in my country. Is it just me, or do I have like how many people? What's the demographic? See, that matters.
Everybody.
No, everyone can't be in my country. I like all
types of people.
Everyone can't be in my country.
I like all types of people, and I need all types of people in my country because, one, I like to eat, and I like different culture, foods. So I need everybody. I need Korean. I need Indian. I need Jamaican. I need just anybody from the Caribbean, period. American.
Everyone got to shake my hand.
Louisianans.
They got to meet me to come to my country.
They gotta right. It's a whole process.
That'll be a rule. You gotta meet me. We got a video chat before you come to my country.
Video chat.
I gotta ask you a couple questions.
I need to know your skill sets.
I gotta see what your vibe's like before you come to my country.
I need your skill sets. I'm definitely running a background check because why are you leaving your country? I need smart people. People that are smart and have common sense. I definitely need all my contractors, people that know how to lay some floor and streets and concrete.
They don't have to be in your country. You can just hire them to come build stuff.
No, I need them to stay because we're going to be developing.
You just got to meet me. Everyone that comes in the country got to meet me. 10 people a day.
10 people a day. That country sounds boring.
10 people a day. 10 people a day.
Speaking of country, have you been out the country?
Not as an adult. Well,
where your passport
if you would say Canada, yeah, I've been to Canada.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Canada. I want to go to Canada.
I wasn't there being lit. I was there as like a 20-year-old. So
you said being lit.
Yeah, I wasn't lit. Like I wasn't doing anything. I was just there.
Oh, just there. Oh, okay.
To be there. Like I wasn't going out.
So
I was
you weren't like sightseeing.
Like I didn't experience it. Mm-hmm. I was helping drop somebody off.
Well, I'm going to San Martin in July. Oh, I keep calling it San Martin. It's Saint Martin in July. For my friend's birthday. And then I've been to Mexico twice and Dominican Republic.
I've never been to Mexico.
Mexico is nice. It's very, very pretty. The food is amazing.
I actually didn't have my passport when I went to Canada because back then you didn't need a passport to go to Canada. You can get a day pass.
Oh.
That was before the pandemic, though. Like after the pandemic, you do have to have a passport. But before that, you could get a day pass in Canada.
I did not know that.
Because Niagara Falls is like half on the U.S. and half on Canada or something like that. So like you can.
Oh, that makes sense.
You can cross the border, but you only can stay for the day. You can't like spend the night or get a hotel or do stuff like that. At least then, now you do have to have a passport to cross the border.
Yeah, you should get your passport, and then we could be doing episodes in like
I want to go to
Cabo or something.
I don't like water. Doesn't excite me like that. Like I'm not a person who wants to go to like a what's the word? I was gonna say typical.
Like any type of beach, tropical.
Yeah, I'm not that. I would if I do go somewhere, it'd be like the UK, France, like
I do want to check that out.
Like
UK,
I want to like
London,
because like you can literally
Egypt.
you can get like
desert.
what do you call it? You can get like I don't know the name of it. I was just speaking to someone who was French / English. They came here for the eclipse, and
Really?
so
That's dope.
yeah, they were here for the eclipse, and they were telling me that like there's a special ID that you can get across Europe to where like you can take a train from like England all the way down to like all the European countries, and it's like not as long as basically getting out of Texas. Like so from like Austin to like what's the furthest up you can go? I don't know, but like let's say it takes
Texarkana.
yeah, let's say it takes 10 hours to get out of Texas. 10 hours in Europe gets you to like 5 different countries.
Oh, I know. If you place Texas on top of anything, any country, any province, anything in the map, it's just not.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to go to, I think it was Detroit this year, because I just want to hit like all of those states. I've never been
On
up
the
north.
East Coast?
On the east or the East Coast or north, but yeah, the East Coast. I may go see Chris Brown in Chicago, and I was gonna check that out.
I'm
That's on the
scared of
fence.
the East. The East sounds dangerous.
Why? I'm going for food. like, I obviously love food. I want to go to New Orleans for a weekend just to eat. It's this place that have some bomb ramen. It's so good.
To
my
go
goodness.
there, do you have to cross that big, long, like,
I don't know. I fly.
road of water?
But yes, you do if you drive. It's about an 8-hour drive from Austin. But no, I fly because it's just
Yeah, I don't know.
that drive back. Going there is fun because you be hyped. You ready to go. But then afterwards, you be ready to go home. And it's just like, and I feel like the longest stretch is like that Houston to Austin drive. Because you're so close, but yet so far. Just fly. Just that.
How long's the
literally is
flight?
gonna- 3 to 4 hours, I think. If you have a straight, if you have a one way or not a one way,
Nonstop?
What is it? There you go. Thank you. I'm like, what's the term? Nonstop. But yeah, it's about 4 hours, and so half the time.
I don't mind a layover if it's longer than an hour, because I like to leave the airport.
Yeah, and then if your plane is late, you can chill. You ain't gotta.
I did that when
Usain Bolt.
I think one of
Through
the
the
times,
gates.
one of the times I went from Sacramento. No, I was coming from California, so California back here, and I had a layover in Utah, and it was like 2 hours long. So I literally just left the airport, and there was nothing close at all.
Delta canceled our flights in Atlanta.
To go or to come back?
I was trying to come back home, and I had a connecting flight, and apparently there were storms and stuff all over. It wasn't raining or nothing in Atlanta, and it was originally like an 1.5-hour layover, and then of course it just kept pushing up, and then they finally just canceled the flights. Getting a hotel and trying to get a rental car took about an hour. It was terrible. I wouldn't recommend. I cried. That was my first time crying in public because I was so frustrated. I was tired. My body was hurting. I didn't check bags. So it was like I'm just walking around. If y'all been to Atlanta Airport, you're going to know that airport is huge.
I watched the documentary on it.
It is huge.
Yeah, they were talking about all the behind the scenes shit, like the shit people don't see, like the early morning 2 a.m. shit to get shit ready for when people are starting to get there. It looks nuts.
It is. From the lines were crazy because they literally canceled everybody's flight. Like everybody got canceled except for Spirit. No, I'm just kidding. No, everything got canceled. That was my first time having a canceled flight. And
I've only ever been late. I've never had a flight cancel. I've been late and missed a flight.
I have once too, but we got lucky and the next one was leaving in like 45 minutes.
Nope, I had to wait 7 hours.
We got lucky that day. Like we got so lucky. We was like, what? He was like, yeah, you better hurry up. He was like, swipe the car, hurry up, come on.
No, I went all the way to the airport.
Man.
Missed it. They're like, yeah, they already closed the door. And I was like, okay. So when's the next one? It's about 12 now, so 7 a.m. I was like, fuck.
Where were you at?
Here, Austin.
Oh, okay.
I was going to California.
I was like, we were in another city. I just would have toured the city for a little bit for about 4 or 5 hours.
No, I went home.
Yeah. That's what we did in Denver. We had like a 12-hour layover in Denver, but we picked that on purpose just to
hang out.
And so that's another thing too. That's how you can see a couple of cities at once. Like pick the longest layovers in the city that you want to check out, and then boom, where you're going, and you had a bonus. Period. Yeah. Travel tip.
The airport, the Utah airport I was at is in the middle of fucking nowhere. So like,
Utah is in the middle of nowhere.
I didn't know that at the time. I saw beautiful mountains of snow and everything. I was like,
oh, it's very pretty.
I just lifted. No, I think at that time it was Uber. I Ubered to, I think it was a McDonald's because I just wanted to get somewhere.
And that sounds good right now.
There was nothing there. There's nothing there. So I just went right back.
I visited Salt Lake City. My dad had found work there, and my brother was living there, so he graduated from there. And it was different. There's a lot of, is it Mormons? Mm-hmm. There's Mormons there, and then Samoans. The Samoans were cute.
Fun fact, my first pilot episode of the podcast that never ever came out, my friend Crystal had asked 2 people from Utah who we worked with to come on, and it was just we didn't record anything, but it was just like a pilot to see what it would look like and how we would use the equipment, and they're Mormon. So fun fact. I wonder if that does exist somewhere. I wonder if Crystal has that on like a hard drive somewhere. It was really bad and like really
you
awkward.
Don't have it?
I have pictures from it.
There's photos. Shout out to Crystal.
Real awkward too.
Real awkward.
Really awkward conversation. Like started getting into the churches. I'm like, okay.
Churches? Like the chicken?
No, like church, religion.
Oh. I was talking about the chicken. I like the okra. I haven't had churches in a very, very long time.
Same.
So, yeah. Matter of fact, just fast food period is very, very rarely. I cook a lot now. Ooh, so I made this sirloin steak with this baked sweet potato. And so I had melted some butter. It wasn't the real butter. It's the Smart Choice butter. But it was still good. Okay, like it wasn't real butter, but it was like, it was the healthy butter. And then, everything that you would put like when you're making yams or sweet potatoes, some vanilla, a little bit of sugar, some brown sugar, and cinnamon, and then melted it, and then like just kind of poured it on the sweet potato, the baked sweet potato.
It was lit?
It was so lit. I made a meal prep. I actually thought about bringing you one so I can get because this the food critic right here. Well, he's not really a critic.
I'm not a critic.
I know that he knows his food, and so if he like it, then I know I can cook. But I was like, not really a critic, but he know what he doing, and if he say it's good, I'm just telling y'all.
Shout out to me.
I be getting it right. I should have asked you to make me some wings again.
I did make
those.
Those are
wings. So good.
I used to sell wings.
I will never forget those. And I would have bought some too. I will never forget those. Those were delish. I can only imagine how they are now because that was so long ago.
It was long ago.
It was like well over 10 years. It's been a long time. At least 9.
Probably
9-10 years.
I don't think it's been that long because it was in my second apartment ever that I made in that little tiny.
Is this like 14?
It was like
maybe 15.
It's like 15, 16.
A long time ago.
Yeah,
they were bomb. Matter of fact, my favorite thing is when if I can eat that every day, chicken wings, just all time. I don't care what the flavor is. I want to be a chicken wing.
Have you tried wings out here?
I haven't. Oh, you said Wayne's? Mm-hmm. I haven't actually. Every time I want some, or when I be like, when I think about them, and then they're either closed or they're finna close. And I never order from a restaurant if they're like
That's smart.
a few minutes from closing.
Very smart. You're gonna get
I
the
used to
lowest
work
quality.
in the industry, so I already know what's up. I'm like, oh, they cleaning up. I ain't
You're gonna
finna
get the
order
lowest
nothing.
quality. They cooked that shit an hour before.
That like
Now
I
you need to try
never
Wayne's
do that.
Wings. Like it's actually
I
it's,
want
it's
to.
really good. Like they're meaty but not like dry. Like they're really really good.
I've been making my own.
They're really good. We'd probably go there, but I know for a fact they're like 30 minutes away from here.
I was like, they're by me.
Mm-hmm.
I
They have good
far,
Philly cheesesteak
far
too.
west. Yeah, they got all types of stuff. Mr. C's is good. I only like the one that's off of 1604, but on the west side though.
What side are we on?
Mr.
What side
C's.
is this?
This is like downtown, like east of downtown.
Oh, okay.
From what I saw,
The ghetto.
on the east side, it is not ghetto.
It's
It
ghetto.
is culturally rich.
That's not the truth.
Yes, San Antonio has so much culture in it.
No, I was saying that like when we were driving by houses, I was like, this looks like people are trying to keep tradition, but it's like getting gentrified at the same time. Like people are trying their best to show their colors, but what was the food? The elote? What was it? The
Ooh,
what
that's
was
my
it?
favorite.
What was the name of it?
One of the types of elote it was titled hood rat.
Because it had
Like
hot Cheetos on it.
The hood
Let me
rat.
get the
Why
hood
I gotta be hood rats? Everybody likes hot Cheetos. I hate that stigma though. I really do. They think that only like ghetto Latinas and blacks, the only people that eat hot Cheetos. That is not true. And I know this because in property management, I would set up like snacks and stuff, and I would always order just a big old 150 box of hot Cheetos because those will be the first ones gone. And I didn't work all the time in predominantly Hispanic or black neighborhoods, and people was coming there, even the adults, old people, they'll look all through the chip thing and take out the hot Cheetos. Where the hot Cheetos at? Yeah. I hate that. Drop that stereotype, okay? Because everybody eats hot Cheetos. Stay away from Takis, though. Takis ain't good for you. Takis are not good. Takis used to tear me up.
I heard like there's like a chemical that they use to like make them that red or that blue. There's blue ones, right?
I haven't tried that. I'm scared.
Yeah, they look too blue.
Right. I was like, I'm scared of the blue ones. But no, I used to tear some Takis. I get the big because the big bag had the most flavor in it.
I was never a fan of Takis.
I still got some big back tendencies. But no, Takis were good. Like you would even just suck on the thing, on the chip to get the powder out.
I never fucked with Takis like that.
But they would tear my... I had to stop messing with them.
I feel like I had Takis in my old apartment that had been that like I got Takis. Like no, someone gave them to me and I put them in my cabinet and they just stayed there for a very long time. And I didn't see them or remove them until I moved to my new place. And I was like, damn, these are still here. I completely forgot about them. They were up in the cabinet thing. Just a bag of Takis. Big old bag.
I have a deep pantry too, and I actually recently cleaned it out, and there was some stuff in there. I was like, wow, I forgot this was here. I don't even eat this anymore.
Facts.
Like, yeah. But just, yeah. Food, man.
Nah, we've tried a couple of places since we've been here. 3 places, I think. 3? Yeah, 3. We went to, was it Pearl?
The Pearl?
Pearl? Whatever. There's a food hall there. Mm-hmm. And there's
I think you're talking about the Pearl.
There's a chicken place that's in there. Have you been to the Jerk Shack yet?
I've had the Jerk Shack.
Okay, so the same person.
They're real salty to me. Or what I had was salty.
Which one did you go to? There's 2.
Is there?
There's a physical like building location, and then there's an actual shack.
I ordered delivery from the building. From the actual building.
I noticed
or their
the difference.
restaurant.
I noticed the difference too, because like when I had it, so last time I had it at the physical location, but the time before that I had it at the actual shack, and it was different. The menu was different too. But the same owner.
I didn't know they had two.
Yeah, the original one is the
locations.
Shack, and the second one is the newest one, which is the physical building in that plaza.
Mm-hmm.
The owner and chef of that opened up a chicken place in that food hall called Freight Chicken.
I've
It was-
heard of them.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard of Freight. What was that one? I'm trying to think. That Jamaican food truck that was downtown Austin on 12th Street. Were they called Tony's?
Yeah,
Was it Tony's?
yeah.
Tony's was good.
Tony's is alright.
Tony's was good.
They got a physical location too. They have they have 3 locations now. They
Are
have the
they?
they have the food truck. They have the physical location in Pflugerville, and then they have one, I think downtown area. Or no, it's off the highway. I don't think it's open yet, but it is going to be their 3rd location.
I can do for some country boys. I liked country boys.
I don't know if I like soul food, but like every like once a month.
Yeah,
If
once a month.
If that.
I used to have it bad. I loved it.
If that. Like I can't do like I don't know. I just can't do soul food like that.
Y'all go check them out in Austin. You know, if y'all like soul food. Just trying to throw y'all out there. Y'all, cause you know, I can be a sponsor. Just throw me a plate of oxtails and I'll market y'all.
You could be a sponsor.
We got Rollins. Like, who else up there? The Rolling Rooster. Even though y'all done went down since the last time in quality. I don't know how y'all are now.
Don't say they're good and then shit on them.
But they were pretty good. I mean, they were still legit, but their quality did start to go down. But it was still good. I mean, it was all right.
There's a place. It's called Bernie's. Is that what it's called, Robin?
Yes.
There's a place called Bernie's that opened up in Round Rock, across the street from y'all's.
There's a lot of places that opened up in Round Rock since I've been gone.
Hundreds.
And I'm like,
Hundreds.
damn, why I gotta be on the dive?
The city of Austin alone.
Like,
the
oh,
city
I
of-
want to try that.
The city of Austin alone has 27 restaurants. Just Austin.
And does it? Oh, you know what? So I'm in a black group in San Antonio, or for San Antonio, and somebody made a list of black owned restaurants. And of course, they're not all soul food. You know, they can be vegan, barbecue, and it was a lot. I can send that to you if you remind me. Yeah, like they have. It's all types of different types of food. Like it's not all soul food that's black owned. That I
There's
want some
a-
of them I want to try out.
There's an Italian restaurant
And
on
I
the
can send that
Riverwalk
to you.
that I really want to try. No, I've had it before, but I can't figure out what it is. Like, what was the name of it?
My favorite restaurant is the original Mexican restaurant. When I go to the Riverwalk,
I don't know if I've been there.
they got good margaritas and they're pretty cheap.
Ritas?
like
Even
for
the
the
Ritas?
Riverwalk. Mm-hmm.
I like their the Rita's food is nasty though. Like it's not lit. The margaritas are lit though.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass 32
Them big
ounce.
daiquiri ones.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to the Riverwalk in a long time. I wonder if my discount for Ruth Chris is like in. I'm gonna ask one of my coworkers because there's a Ruth Chris on the Riverwalk.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Did you know that, Robert? That they're part of Darden. So like Yard House and Cheddar's, Ruth Chris got bought by Darden.
I haven't been to Ruth Chris. It's a lot of places I need to go to.
You need to pick a day and then you need to pick a weekend. You need a food weekend, and just work out a little harder that one.
Look, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to go ham.
Work out a little harder that.
Well, I don't have to eat all the plates. I'm just taste them.
Mm-hmm.
And then give them to a homeless person because, you know, I have a heart. Not care about people. Just stay away from me. I care about you, but don't talk to me. That's how I am. Like, I like to be alone. I need my space, but at the same time, I don't want to see you hurt. You better not be getting bullied. I'm that person that's like, who are you talking to? Because they can't fight for themselves. Fight me. I'm big dog.
Not big dog.
Look, like I'm big dog. I don't like bullying. I don't like that. And if you a bully, pull up. Pull up, because I got something for you. We don't do bullying. We like to help people. We send out love and good energy
I just keep to myself.
and vibes.
I
Exactly.
just stay to myself.
Exactly. You still got to try to have a good attitude. But it's okay to have bad attitude, because why? We ain't perfect.
Facts.
At all, sometimes people gonna have shitty attitudes, and that's totally fine. Cause you're human. You're here to have the human experience, and that's all part of it. But watch who you get attitude with. Nah, I love people. I like everybody and people and nature and everything that's really on this earth.
I do not like everybody. I just want that to be known.
Well, I'm not, but I mean, of course, not everybody. There is somebody I wouldn't mind to see 12 feet under, but
no.
It's only one person in this whole world. Not 6, 12.
Oh, I didn't
12.
catch that. I didn't catch the. I didn't catch the double
somebody
disc.
from her own family was like, if she passed, I'm going to the funeral just to make sure. From her own family. So but other than that,
yikes. Cold world.
Cold world. No
Cold
J. No J. Cole. Oh, we ain't even gonna get on J. Cole.
Nah.
We not even gonna get on J. Oh, so who's you going for? Drake,
Oh,
K.
Drake.
Dot feature.
I don't listen to Kendrick's music. I don't like it. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think his music is that.
It's fair.
J. Cole.
It's
is
not for
that.
everybody.
J. Cole is like that until he said, "I'm sorry."
It's like, why?
Yeah, that kind of. I'm like, why do you put it out if you're sorry?
Why?
Like, I understand if you didn't put it out.
I
like,
think Drake
had
made something and deleted it too, removed it too. And then Metro on them drums.
Shut your bitch ass up. Do some drums, nigga.
Like on them drums.
I was like, he can't do nothing but do drums now.
Yeah. But that's all he known to do. I mean,
What you supposed
he
to
make
respond
beats.
to that?
He
Shut
makes
your bitch
beats.
ass up and make some drums.
Yo, it was his TikTok. So somebody was recreating when Drake was like, "You better get on those drums," and he was acting like he was
About to
Metro.
rap, and then he started.
was, yeah.
He got the equipment.
Like, hell yeah. Say something now. Say something now, Drake. And I add a tambourine in there for you. Period.
This was great.
Mm-hmm.
Good 45 in.
It was good.
We just got to take some pictures and.
And if I want to bring up my fishnets again.
I mean, do it. I've just never the second you said the story.
First of all, how he remember?
Because
I
you said
don't
it the
remember. If
exact
I would have
same-
remembered that, I would have brought it up like on the real.
Because you said it the
but
exact same way. That's how I know it's true. Because you I pulled up and looked over.
I just wouldn't because I was really shocked. I was clutching my pearls. I was like, oh my God. What the fudge? All right.
Man. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, live, laugh, love.
That's that bait. There's a funny meme about like the basic girls always have that
I
on their
know.
walls.
That's what I started. Live, laugh, love.
She ain't doing no laughing and no
There's
loving.
nothing else. Just y'all enjoy San Antonio once again. If y'all gonna trying to go out or see the nightlife, let me know. Let y'all know where to go, depending on the vibe y'all trying to do. And what I always say, you gotta stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready. Remember that, y'all.
All right, this is the Can We Talk podcast 110. Thank you guys for listening. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Goodbye.